Hello everyone, welcome back. As we continue moving forward, be sure to stay tuned to Sherry's Metaphysical Corner YouTube video segments and my coffee break podcasts. We are back doing those and I love them. I've had so many compliments. So click the links below. Some people like the video, some people like the podcast. So today's segment, we're discussing essential oils on animals and the risk on them, along with a spirit message. So as we continue, I'd like to take a few minutes at the onset of each segment to explain my work for those that are new. I've been a holistic practitioner for 30 years, working with several modalities during that time. I presently work with the emotion code using kinesiology and muscle testing to bring balance to imbalanced energy within a person or an animal. And yes, I work with animals as well. I am also clairaudient and work with the spirit team. That simply means I can hear them. So let me explain energy balancing before we move on. The point of this work is to stay ahead of challenges and difficulties we all face day to day in life by releasing, in general, trapped emotions that accumulate in our systems. And they start in childhood, believe it or not. This work helps the body as an assist. It doesn't do all the work for you. Your body is doing all the work. It's just helping us locate where there is stuck energy in the body and to stay ahead of collecting and accumulating. So collecting starts in childhood and remains till we begin the process of energy balancing. Trapped emotions weaken the system as a whole as they settle in injured areas or weak areas of the body. Important to remember that. That's immediately where they go. So that includes the brain. An example of that is a stroke victim. There's imbalances in the brain, so we go there and search as well. So animals are no different. The only difference between them and us, they have no ego. They love unconditionally. Everything is energy and has a vibration, including emotions. And you know, most people don't know that yet. Nobody was trained in any of this stuff years ago. Further awareness. Once these unprocessed emotions become lodged in the system, they weaken it as a whole and create disease. Trapped emotions lower the frequency of the body's organs and glands. In time, blood pressure rises, cholesterol levels go up, insulin levels shift. We're like radio receivers. We keep attracting the same low frequency emotions that have been suppressed in our systems. And how that happens, trapped emotions accumulate over time and layer up. In other words, they duplicate and they keep duplicating. That's why the field of energy around you is so full and jam-packed with trapped emotion layering from being suppressed for too long. So at times, we attract more of the same. Using muscle testing, we can locate these stuck energies by connecting with the subconscious of a client using yes/no questions. Now, let's continue with the essential oils in animals. Always monitor your pet, whether it's a cat or a dog, for signs of irritation, respiratory distress, or other adverse reactions when introducing essential oils into the home. If you choose to use essential oils in your home, keep the diffusers out of reach. Make sure that there's excellent ventilation and quarantine your cat or dog from the area while the oil is active. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's start with cats. I'm going to say this twice. There are no essential oils universally considered safe for cats. Again, there are no essential oils universally considered safe for cats. That's an eye-opener. They lack the liver enzyme, glucuronol transference, okay? This is needed to metabolize many plant compounds, leading to potential toxicity, even from inhalation or skin contact. So cats, absolutely out. Dogs. Some essential oils are considered safe for dogs, and they include a very small number: chamomile, myrrh, ginger, rosemary, bergamot, frankincense. That's it. But there are 12 other considered toxic. So even though some essential oils are considered safer for dogs than others, always run on the side of caution. Some can be toxic and should be avoided completely. Never take someone's word for it. Always do tests on your precious pet. Keep it safe. So if your dog shows symptoms such as drooling, vomiting, tremors, difficulty breathing, or lethargy after exposure, seek immediate veterinary care immediately. With muscle testing, we looked for, in the dog that I worked on recently, and he had this happen, underlying root location of weakened organs from the essential oils that were in the collar he was wearing for fleas and ticks. It threw off his whole frequency in his body, all the organs and glands, every organ and gland. So in humans, every organ and gland, and in animals, they have their own unique frequency. These imbalances will trigger behavioral issues or physical pain in both. So wherever there are energies stuck in the system, it breaks it down and severely weakens it as a whole. So wherever there's a weak spot in your body, like for example, essential oils with this dog, it went right there. So by releasing unprocessed energy or emotions, or whatever we're working on at the time, from the system, it allows it to come back into balance and work more smoothly, calmly. I'll leave a transcript on the screen as we continue moving forward of the session I did recently in June on this dog. And it's to show where the frequency of these essential oils settled and how toxic and ill his system became. But not only that, to show how dangerous essential oils are for animals. So it's just a warning. The point I wish to strongly suggest, always test. The dog I worked with showed many of these signs: drooling, vomiting, tremors, difficulty breathing, lethargy. He couldn't even stand or walk. That's how bad he got. At one point, we actually thought we were going to lose him. We did not think he was going to make it. So at this time, I'm very happy to report that after many sessions, this dog has almost completely recovered. I also wish to point out, we worked on him immediately after seeing the signs, knowing there was no time to waste. We jumped right in. So as we continue, I'm going to leave the transcript here on the screen so you can follow along. He had 10 organs that held the essential oil frequencies from the flea tick collar he was wearing in his system. And he also had 6 other organs we're still working on right now, releasing trapped emotions in the brain. Okay, this shows oil location settled and description of the organ's purposes. Okay, so that's where we're going next. The organs that were trapped, and what is that organ's purpose? So first one is cedar wood oil. It was trapped in his ileocecal valve. It's a sphincter muscle valve that separates small intestine from the large intestine. Okay, the next one is, again, and there's usually 2 organs that were hit by the essential oil. So the cedar oil, again, it's settled in his gallbladder. Now the gallbladder secretes bile, which helps us to absorb fat and lies beneath the liver. Okay, next one is rosemary oil, and it landed in his pituitary gland. And this is located at the base of the brain, below the hypothalamus. The pituitary gland is often referred to as the master gland because it controls the functions of most all endocrine glands. So it's a big, big organ. Very tiny, but very powerful. Okay, so as we continue, rosemary oil again, caught in the interstitium. Now the interstitium is fairly new discovery. It's a fluid-filled space that exists between the skin and the body's organs, including the circulatory system and muscles. This fluid drains into the lymphatic system, and it's believed to be an important cell communication, as well as providing a shock-absorbing function. So lemongrass, it's settled in his heart. The heart organ is a muscle the size of its owner's clenched fist. Human, But an animal, it's only about like that. It's the size of a paw, unless it's a big dog. It not only pumps blood throughout the body, providing oxygenation to all the cells of the body, but it also is a second brain. And it's been proven there's a brain in the heart, and the brain in the head obeys messages from it. It's our source of creativity, love, and the seat of the subconscious mind. Okay, as we continue, lemongrass oil again settled in his parasympathetic nervous system. And this is involved in maintaining homeostasis and promoting rest and digest. It aims to bring the body to a state of calm, reducing heart rate, relaxing muscles, and constricting pupils. It increases saliva secretion and aids in digestion. Okay. Clove oil. This is very, very strong, very powerful. This is very helpful for humans if you have a toothache. You know what a toothache is like. It's very painful. You take just a little bit of that on a Q-tip and you put that on the tooth, it's going to get rid of it almost immediately, but you're going to know something just got added to that tooth. You'll feel it. It's like pepper. You know how hot pepper can be? 10 times worse. But it works. It's very, very helpful for a toothache. So anyway, the clove oil ingested in his system settled in his spleen. Okay, the spleen is a blood reservoir that disposes of old red blood cells and is important for certain immune functions, including the removal of bacteria from the bloodstream. Platelets, as well as red blood cells, are stored in the spleen. Okay, we're almost at the end here, guys. Again, clove oil settled in his amygdala gland. This is an important gland. This is in the brain. If it senses danger, it's going to send a nerve impulse to the hypothalamus gland, which activates the pituitary gland, which activates the adrenal gland, both of them, to produce stress hormones known as adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol, triggering that fight or flight response. Unbelievable. We're so connected inside these little bodies we walk around in. And lastly, polyethylene. This is what the actual collar was made of. So this is the properties it was made of. That settled in his somatic nervous system on the left side. Two sides to the left to the somatic nervous system in the body. So the somatic nervous system is responsible for carrying information from the spinal cord and brain to the rest of the body, and vice versa. It's a two-way communication. Again, the polyethylene settled in the pancreas. This is a primary organ and is involved in controlling diabetes as it produces insulin and glucagon, hormones essential for regulating blood glucose levels. Insulin, released by beta cells in the pancreas, allows cells to take up glucose from the bloodstream for energy or storage. So glucagon, released by alpha cells, raises blood glucose when levels are low. All right, so that's where they settled. So let me just give you a little input. We're almost done. He had a total, let's see, we did 4 out of 6 organs releasing trapped emotions that weakened these organs. We released those. So let me just tell you what they were. Vestibular lochlear nerve, that's in the brain. Okay? This is involved with both hearing and maintaining balance. And all the trapped emotions he had here stuck, there was 11, but no duplicates, just straight up. Okay? Next organ was the vestibular system in the brain. Again, trapped emotions is what we're releasing. It performs a critical important function in helping us maintain our sense of balance and spatial orientation, and is located in the inner ear in both ears. And remember, I mentioned his balance was off. Okay, and with that, he had 8 trapped emotions, but they duplicated 14 times. So as we continue, the occipital lobe was off on the left side of his brain. Okay, there's 2 sides to that. There are 2 sides of the occipital lobe, and these 2 lobes work together to process visual information, allowing for 3-dimensional spatial awareness and binocular vision, okay? So as we continue, he had 10 trapped emotions caught there, and they only layered 11 times, so it was only one that duplicated twice. So next one up is the brain pawns. Again, this is in the brain, and this is a critical part of the brain stem that acts as a bridge connecting the cerebrum, cerebellum, and the spinal cord, facilitating communication between these regions. And in this area, he had 11 trapped emotions and 13 layers. In other words, duplicated 13 times. So as we conclude, he has 2 sessions remaining to release trapped emotions from 4 more organs. So the 4 left: cerebellum in the brain, parietal lobe in the brain, midbrain, and then the somatic nervous system is off on the right side of his body. So this segment was to show how essential oils can be very toxic and dangerous for animals. So I wanted to put this out so that people would be aware. Take care of your precious pets. Okay, we're almost out of time. I hope you found this interesting and educational. You can always leave me a message. I will always answer. So as we continue, let's just tune into my spirit team and see if there's a message here today for the many. So you can sit quietly with me if you like. Close your eyes, just breathe, taking a full breath. And just breathe with me. Dear child of God, we are here with you, lovingly. We are always here with you from the higher realms, the upper heavens, and 100% love light frequencies. We are the light, we are love. We are the only light. We are truth. We are here with you, always connected to you through your heart. We are one. Dear child of God, your people, your clients, they are becoming more and more educated and interested, and we are pleased. This is very helpful for the many to come into understanding of this energetic work that you are doing. It is to help them help themselves. And as you mentioned, this particular modality you're using, you're working with, is not doing all the work. Their bodies are doing the work. You're just locating, using the help of the subconscious mind of a person or an animal. Lovingly. There is more to come. You will be doing more than just the emotion code, body code, belief code. There's more to come. You have light beings that are in place, that are ready to work with you. Shifting energies. Everyone on this planet is shifting, whether they feel it or not. You will be doing much more than you're doing now to help the many. We love you. We will speak to you again. Love light frequencies coming your way. Wow. Every time I do that, it takes my breath away. That's why you see me breathing in between. So thank you, Divine Source, Creator all it is, for coming through. Okay, so for more information on my work, about this dog, go to my website and click on the home page. That's where I leave lengthy human or animal testimonials. If it's just a regular testimonial, they'll be in the testimonials page. But this will be on the home page. So go to my website, energyworkstudio.com. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a question at the bottom or a comment. I will get back to you. I do answer them. Thanks everyone for tuning in. See you next time. Love and light frequencies coming your way. Bye for now.